Dude, I'm surprised he didn't get signed to Toronto for his last year.
Yeah.
He announced it was going to be his last year.
Yeah,
Should've.
why wouldn't they just have him come off the bench? He
I
doesn't
don't
have
know.
to play much. Veteran players. Imagine him in Toronto right now. That would definitely... I can guarantee you if he's in Toronto on the bench, not skill-wise, but just the fact that he's there in his presence, they would win a few more games with him there.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
sure.
It doesn't make sense why
I don't know.
they wouldn't do that.
That's unrelated, but like his plus minus last year was 4.6.
Yeah.
I'm talking about Iggy, not Vince Carter. But like, I don't know, dude. He's just not the guy who should be demanding trades like this and shit. Like,
Yeah, he's not that good.
all right, so what? You get cut, you get your payout, and then you're gonna end up signing a contract that's for like $1 million.
Yeah.
For the rest of the year. Like, yeah, you need to be traded, but like, what's it? I guess he just wants to win that bad. Like he wants another one that bad.
I guess he just wants the ring.
I would like to see him
over
come back
money.
to the Sixers. That would be cool. But like, we don't really need a player like Iggy.
No, I wouldn't really want Iggy.
Yeah, neither would I. I don't want to pay a fucking Iguodala $11 million.
Yeah, for already paying Horford that much and
Fuck.
Tobias, dude.
Dude,
That's insane.
Horford's salary is absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean that. I don't know, dude. It's just it comes down to Andre Iguodala is not the player that can sit here and say, I'm not going to play this year until you trade me to a team that I want to go to.
Yeah.
Like, that's insane to me. Because it's different if, like, you bring some value or you're a younger player that, like, sort of needs to go to a better team to help his career, but he's not that good. He's getting old. He's going to come off the bench. He's $11 million a year, which is pretty ridiculous. I don't really see a team that's going to pay him $11 million a year that would agree to that. So
that's the biggest thing with taking on Iguodala is that you got to pay the dude $11 million a year.
Yeah, for 5 points a game, like
for 20 minutes.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Come on now, like that's.
I'm not trying to pay Iguodala $11 million.
I'd pay him like 2.
Yeah,
most
2.
Yeah,
max.
Yeah, it's just not.
Iguodala is worth the scum on my shoes.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know how he thinks that highly of himself, but he's definitely needs to realize
he's a role player
coming off the bench,
36
sort of a vet,
years old.
Which sort of thinks maybe the Celtics might get him.
I mean,
I don't really see that, but they need a veteran guy. I don't see how they would want to pay him $11 million, but they need a veteran guy off the bench who can provide a few points with a plus minus of 4.6. So, I mean, it's definitely if you're lacking some bench and veterans, he might be the best option for you, but then he's also going to come with that $11 million per year price tag. So it just goes if you want to pay that or not.
Yeah.
Which is going to be, I don't know if a lot of teams are going to want to pay that.
Yeah, I mean, who fucking knows, to be honest. He'll probably get moved.
Yeah, but...
They'll probably figure out something. I mean, Memphis might have to end up, like, paying, like, half his salary or something.
Yeah, and, I mean, if he sits out for a year... I know that it's not like he's not going to pick up a basketball, but that's definitely going to have an effect on how much money he's going to make next year.
Dude, he's 36 years old.
Yeah.
Like, how much longer does he plan on playing?
Yeah, dude, he's not going to be Vince Carter playing out here too. For like 5 more years.
He's not as good as Vince Carter either.
Never was.
So, let's move on to our 76ers. Went a little bit through the rest of the NBA, but let's talk these Sixers.
Let's bring it home.
Let's bring it home with the Sixers. So, before we get into their trades, let's just talk about the Sixers.
Yeah.
So, on Monday night, I believe Monday night was last night. So, Saturday night when they played Boston.
Yeah.
And they lost for the second straight game. Kemba Walker, when the team is missing this is a quote, but when a team is missing their best player and they're going up against the Sixers, you already know that they're probably going to lose because the Sixers they're just fucking frustrating, dude.
It's
so annoying, and I haven't been this annoyed. Like I'm genuinely frustrated and annoyed. I'm fucking stressed out because of this fucking team,
sucks,
bro.
dude. It's certainly they just love to make Philly fans upset.
That's what it seems like.
That's just it. And
I'm just tired of the blaming everybody fucking else.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah, no one really we don't that's the thing is like we don't know. It's hard to sit here and pick out he's the problem when like no one really knows sort of what the problem is, or there's a few things that could be the problem, but you just don't know which one is like.
There's either like locker room issues, or it's like fucking Brett Brown, or there's like, it's fucking annoying.
Yeah, I mean, it's
super annoying.
It's they just seem like they don't really like they
got smashed by the Heat last night.
Oh my god. Oh my goodness.
Jimmy Butler dropped 38 3/4. Said he felt like Luka.
Yeah. Well,
he balled out, dude.
Not much else to say about that except we got our asses handed to us.
Yeah,
which
dude.
I know if we took
If
we took a poll online and we said, "Do you think the Sixers are going to win this game?" Yes or no? I guarantee you 100% of people will say we're going to lose.
Yeah.
Because coming off of the Super Bowl, Ben's out there. Ben was definitely, he went to the Super Bowl, and I guarantee you him and Embiid were partying. And so half the team was probably hungover for the Miami Heat game. And being a longtime Sixers fan, everyone knew we were going to lose. This is definitely a game you say, all right, we're going to lose this.
Dude, it's just like every road game, I feel like now.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like we're going to end up 500 and we're just going to win out at home and lose every fucking game on the road.
Yeah.
It's so annoying.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, dude. I don't really get it. I don't get how we could be so good at home, but then so bad on the road.
It's like, and like Tobias, said like it's like an energy thing. That was like one of the big things. Like, it's an energy thing. Like, I believe that was Tobias. Like, they're like what 9-20 on the road. It's so
it's just, dude.
And they're like 22-2 at home.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't get it. It doesn't make sense. Something doesn't add up here, And it's.
I mean, and 4 of them road wins were in the first 10 games.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, I don't know, dude. It's just it just seems like there's a different problem every year with the Sixers, and it sort of just feels like we're never gonna really figure it out. And I mean, a lot of people talk of it is if we should fire Brett Brown now, which, I mean, I don't think we should fire him in the middle of the season.
Firing him now is not going to fucking do anything.
Yeah, but you have to think.
Firing Brett Brown right now is not going to do anything.
Yeah, so if you think he should be fired right now, shut up. Just sit
down.
Well,
all right. This is the thing, too. The people jump to, we need to trade Ben or we need to trade Embiid.
Yeah.
You see that a lot. Before it's even a conversation about trading Ben and Embiid, you need to look at the coach.
Yeah.
Like,
it all goes back to the coach.
Like, Brett Brown will be fired before we consider trading Ben or Joel.
Yeah.
And also, it's not going to happen. So shut up.
Yeah.
Like, shut up about it.
Yeah, and
it's not going to happen.
It sort of seems like Brett Brown has lost control of the team. It sort of seems like everyone just walks around and does whatever they want, and he has no control over them.
All right, this is like the one thing I'm saying too. Joel, like, I don't know if Joel rushed back from his injury or whatever, which is inexcusable. It's stupid if he did that. I don't know if he saw, like, oh my gosh, Ben's playing really well. I need to get back out there, show people my team. Also inexcusable. Like, if you were not ready to come back, you shouldn't have came back regardless.
Yeah.
Like, they were pretty much, we were doing fine.
Yeah.
We were playing just as fucking good as we were with him there. And I love Joel Embiid, don't get me wrong, but he is not playing like himself this year.
Yeah, and it sort of
this entire season.
Yeah, and it sort of seems like when he got that injury earlier on in the season, he sort of seems like he's playing sort of hurt for a while, which goes to, like, what you said, that
he seems defeated, and then he wants to... This is the thing, and I love Joel Embiid, and trust me, but, like, recently, I've been a lot more fond of Ben Simmons.
Yeah.
Than Joel Embiid. And I love Joel Embiid. I love him. But he's pissing me off.
Yeah.
Because he seems like he's, like, they asked him last night, like, why didn't you started off the game hot, why didn't they go to you more? He's saying, I don't know, I really don't know why we didn't go to me more. Like, I don't know, man. If you want to be a leader of the team, like, you're starting the game hot and they're not giving you the ball, get in the huddle with your coach, say, Coach, give me the fucking ball.
Yeah.
Like, I'm scoring on them. They can't stop me in the paint right now. Give me the ball.
Yeah, and that also could go back to the coach. Maybe the coach
Yeah.
That's not a great coaching decision.
It could be both. It's just like...
And it's not like someone's coming out and saying, this is our problem, we need to fix it. When you ask like Embiid or anyone else, everyone just goes, I don't really know, man.
They're just like, we just need to play better, we got to turn around.
It's like, dude, shut up. Like, figure out what the problem is and fix it. It's not that hard.
It's so annoying. And the reason I'm saying I'm more fond of Ben recently is because, like, all right, Ben sometimes shuts down in the fourth. So does every single player on the Sixers.
Yeah.
But Ben's just been better this year than Joel. Ben's just been a lot better than Joel's been this year.
Yeah.
And Ben has, even though, trust me, and I'm not excusing anybody, because there is definitely times where it looks like Ben is not trying to play at all.
Yeah.
Looks like he doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
But overall, it seemed Joel has been like that a lot more than Ben has this year. And I don't know what the deal is. I've never seen a team before that lacks effort and especially, they have no joy, they have no passion, they put forth no effort. It seems like they don't really give a shit, and it's annoying.
Yeah, and especially when you play in a city like Philadelphia.
Exactly.
How are you not going to have a passionate team?
And this is the thing that recently pissed me off the most about Joel, is he goes out with the finger injury, and he writes an article, and in the article it says, like, whatever, I don't want to talk trash. I don't want to be the best at talking trash. I want to win a fucking championship or something. Like, that's the quote, like in an article, like a Players Tribune article or something like that. Joel wrote a whole big story, and it got me really hyped up because I'm like, dude, let's go. Like, this is the mindset Joel has to have. He needs to go out there and dominate to win the game every single night.
Especially after he got into really good shape, too. Yeah. You're like, all right, well, there's check one. He's in good shape. Check two, he's sort of maturing a little bit in the fact that he's not going to talk as much trash.
Yeah,
so,
and it just, he hasn't really been talking too much, but he has not been dominant. He has not been a force to be reckoned with out on that court since he returned from this injury. Like I said, I don't know if he rushed back. I don't know what it is, but it just pisses me off that I read this article and I get so excited. I'm so hyped. Let's go. Joel, he's going to come in, be that dominant player that, we all want him to be. We all know he can be, that he's been before, and he's shown none of it.
Yeah.
He shows no heart out there on the court. He's, not to say that he shows none, but recently he's been showing very little heart or care out on the basketball court.
Yeah, and I've never really witnessed a team where there's been so many different players that you can point out to be the problem of the team. Because it sort of feels like almost everyone in our roster, you can point out and say, that's what's wrong with us, that's what's wrong with us, that's what's wrong with us. And something I just would like to say about Ben Simmons really quick is, if you're one of the people that like hates on Ben Simmons, and then it got out there that he was hanging out with Kendall Jenner, and then if like, I know people have problems with that, shut up, dude. Like, that's not really going to affect his basketball performance that much. Like, I don't think it's that big of a deal.
It's just like, worry about the fucking team.
Yeah, dude.
Let's figure out what's going on the court, in the locker room, at the stadium, rather than what they're doing in their free time right now. Because it just, like, that's where the problem starts.
Yeah.
Is on the court. And we need to figure out what the problem is and fix it. I don't know what it is, but it needs to be fixed. Even with, the stretch of losses they were going through, people were constantly saying the Sixers are still a team I do not want to see in the playoffs. And right now, if you face the Sixers I don't have the Sixers getting past the second round of the playoffs.
No, not right now.
And they're struggling to get past the first round with the way they're playing.
Yeah.
Especially if they're going to end up in a 6 seed where they got to play 4 games in Boston first round of the playoffs or something like that.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. They're not making it past, dude.
Yeah, and it
or
also...
or 4 games in Miami.
Yeah.
Or 4 games in Toronto. And it's not happening. They're not winning those games.
No, and it doesn't make sense that no one's really coming out and saying what the problem is, because we pretty much know where we can speculate on what the problem is, but no one's saying...
It seems like they have no idea.
Yeah, and so someone's got to find it. Is it the coaching? Is it the players? Can we not play together? That depends on who you ask. People say it's the coach. People say we don't have the players that gel well together on this team. People say it's the bench. But, it's no one really knows. Someone's got to figure it out. That's what we paid them millions of dollars to do. And I guarantee you it's not going to be good if Elton doesn't make a move in the next 2 days.
Yeah, so that's a nice little segue